Arsenal beat Fulham 3-0 at the Emirates for a fantastic result that just greatly boosted their chances of winning the Premier League title. Did anyone think Arsenal were going to play that level of football yesterday? That level of football we haven't seen in a very long time if you've been consistently watching this Arsenal side. Yes, there have been great wins this year and they have played some of this type of brand, but it has not been the norm for 2026, and I definitely was not expecting that level yesterday. Again, it was Fulham. I know it wasn't the best team in the world, but still, the type of play that we saw, it wasn't a scratchy 1-0 game where you're fighting for your life and it's the ugliest football ever and you're relying on set pieces. No, it was scoring from open play, dominating possession, dominating the half, and just overall free-flowing football that the fans have been craving. That first half is literally one of the best performances I've ever seen Arsenal have. Again, just based on all the context that I provided, having that type of response, it was just phenomenal. It really was. I loved what I saw from them. There's really no complaints in this entire game I even have, but my God, that first half was a literal 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, and I guess if you really wanted to be nitpicky, it could have been even more goals scored just because, again, the Calafiori goal didn't stand, but still. Overall, a 10 out of 10 first half. And let's start with the first goal. Bukayo Saka, reminding everyone just how good he is. He sits down the Fulham striker. Yes, I know he's a striker. He should not be, in that position. Out of all people, you want the striker defending Bukayo Saka on the wing? Sure, be my guest. We'll take that any day. And my God, does Saka make the most of it? He sits him down and has a fantastic pass to Gyokeres. Gyokeres scores, and all of a sudden, it's 1-0 to Arsenal, and we're not even 10 minutes into the game. And that's what Saka can provide. And we haven't seen a lot of that this year just because he really hasn't provided a ton of that at times this year. And again, it's not been his best season. We all know that. But down the stretch, when you need guys to produce, that is the type of thing I want to see. And we saw a lot of this. We saw a lot of this, honestly, to start the 2024 season before Saka got that one injury, I think, at Fulham. He was on pace to break the assist record. Assists like that show why he is so dangerous. And I really want to see that relationship with him and Gyokeres continue to grow because his ability to actually get certain balls within the box that no one else can get, he's one of those guys that can really just have those type of passes. And all Viktor needs to do is just finish, which, Viktor can do. Again, Viktor's not the most talented 9 from a technical level, but my God, you put him in front of a net and he's going to score. And I just think that combination has a lot of potential and we just haven't seen it. But seeing it yesterday was beautiful. Now to the second goal. Beautiful pass to Viktor. Beautiful pass. I'm pretty sure it's from Eze. And then, my God, a guy, again, that I have talked about at times. I just said it earlier. Viktor is not the most technical 9. His hold of play is not the best. But I actually liked what I saw from him versus Atletico last week. And he showed more of that today. Again, a beautiful pass to Saka. Saka finishes it. Again, credit to Viktor for even doing that. We haven't seen a ton of that from him. But adding that level and just, again, the hold-up play to kind of actually make the, attack a little bit more free-flowing instead of being so clanky like he is. It just adds so much more to this Arsenal attack. And again, seeing that yesterday was beautiful. And I'm so happy that Saka got to score that. He needed that goal very badly. And it just feels like Saka all of a sudden could be a real threat in these couple games down the stretch, both in the UCL and in the Prem. You need this guy to be clicking. He is your best winger by far. It's not even an argument. And if he can start clicking, all of a sudden, Arsenal's attack gets so much better. And then right before half, I thought, wow, Arsenal are going to have another chance. They might have another potential attack. But just, again, I don't know. Maybe I was just being negative in the moment. I was like, Arsenal are not even going to get this. All of a sudden, Trossard, a beautiful cross. An even better finish, a beautiful header from Viktor Gyokeres. And he gets the brace at halftime. I was buzzing. The stadium was buzzing. You go up 3-0 at the Emirates at the half. I mean, I could not have asked for anything better. I really could not have asked for anything better from Arsenal. Arsenal ended up cruising throughout the rest of the game. I thought Fulham had some chances late in the second half, but there really wasn't much. And Arsenal made a bunch of big subs at half as well. So it was just not really an eventful second half, but it didn't need to be. I guess my only gripe would be that we didn't score more goals to add to the goal difference, which we'll discuss in a second. But overall, I thought it was great and just a great win for this team. And what made this win even bigger is, again, the goal difference. Arsenal needed this. Obviously, you had to go into the day getting a win. You needed a win. But to get the goal difference now to be on your side, it puts pressure on City. It shows that Arsenal are willing to throw a couple punches at Manchester City and say, hey, we're not buckling down yet, buddy. And they play Everton tomorrow. Everton, please, for the love of God, please help us, please. But even if you don't help us, just don't get battered. Don't get battered by Manchester City, because now Arsenal have put themselves in a beautiful position where they have the goal difference. And again, it's just more pressure on Manchester City. Now, City can score goals. Of course they can. But, man, that's just what I want to give Arsenal even more credit for is, again, you didn't just win, but you got a blowout win. A thing that we haven't seen in a while from this team. But now you need those wins more than ever. Yes, those wins can be big in September, October, November, December, etc. But when you're in a title race, and it's this tight of a title race, that it might come down to goal difference, getting those goals is massive. And again, I want to give credit to Arsenal. The last guy I want to touch on is Myles Lewis Skelly, MLS. This guy was phenomenal yesterday in the midfield. Holy hell, the attack was, again, just way better. I thought his ability to drive the ball forward was great. He made some stellar tackles as well. I thought it was great from so many standpoints. Number one, him playing in the midfield. We've been seeing him a lot at the left back or right back, depending on what position they play him at. And he hasn't looked that good, in my opinion, there. He just doesn't have the pace to play at those positions. I mean, I will never forget Elise just cooking him in the Champions League earlier this year. But you see, when he's in the midfield, he's definitely more adaptive for that. I mean, we saw what he could do in the midfield last year versus Real Madrid. I think this showed Mikel Arteta, we can, play this guy there consistently. It gives Zubimendi a little bit more minutes to rest as well. And it just gives Arsenal some more depth there. I'm so happy for the kid to finally show out in one of these games that really, really matters. And it was just such a solid performance. And now it's making me think, do you give him a decent amount of minutes on Tuesday? Because it really did look that good. And now segueing into Tuesday, you got to win this game. You got to win this game, but I don't feel any better than I think I could have been feeling heading into yesterday's game about Tuesday than I do now, because you win in that fashion. You get the place buzzing. You had a win at home as well, and now you take that positive energy and that confidence into Tuesday versus Atletico to go to the Champions League final. I think if Arsenal go to the Champions League final, the amount of positivity that's going to bring to just the Prem as well, I think it could do numbers for this team. And I think it's just going to be a great day. I'm hoping, obviously, Arsenal win, but that is going to be one of the best days that we've had as fans in a very long time. And I just think the form that Arsenal have had in at least this game, and a little bit of what we saw versus Atletico, and even a little bit of the form we saw versus the loss of Manchester City, has been really promising. And I just love that the team is fighting. I love that the team is fighting, and they're not laying down. They're not bottling whatever people want to say. They're not. And I just love that they're responding, and they're putting themselves in a fantastic position in the Prem. Now go win this damn game on Tuesday, and all of a sudden, we might be witnessing history with this side. That's all I had in this video. Just wanted to glaze Arsenal a little bit. One of the best performances we've seen all year, and much needed at this time of the year as well. Absolutely loved every single second of it. But yeah, that's all I had in this one. If you like this video, feel free to give it a like. If you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe. Drop your thoughts down below in the game. And my TikTok will be in the description down below if you want to check that out. And if you made this far in the video, I greatly, greatly appreciate you. Peace guys.